Hey guys, hope everyone's having a good day. I wanted to talk about this sweet little girl here, Paisley Brown. There is an update in her case. Her mother's boyfriend, Jerome Coombs, in February murdered her, was abusive, it seems, to all the children in that house. And now the state attorney is saying that he wants him to pay the ultimate price, that it should be an eye for an eye, and that he should be eligible for the death penalty. And that is what he's saying he's going for. I know some people are for the death penalty, some people are not. And the details, though, in this little girl's murder are horrific and keep getting more horrific. I just learned that he's also being charged with sexual assault. It does not say which child, it just says it's a minor. So we don't know if it is Paisley or one of her siblings. This man, so the mother of these kids would leave them with him. He lived with them, would leave the boyfriend to watch her children while she went to work. And none of these kids were his children. They were very young children. So anyone that's ever taken care of young children knows they can be a handful. Like, I think everyone can admit that. They can be a handful. You need a lot of patience and kindness. And this man seemed like the opposite. He had a temper. He ended up, to make it easier on himself, he bound Paisley's arms and legs because he said she kept getting into everything. And so instead of, just doing what everybody else does when there's a 3-year-old who wants to get into everything, instead of just supervising her and getting up off his ass to do that, he decided to just tie her hands and her feet. And there is also accusations of him tipping like a pack and play over and using that as sort of a cage for some of the children. The older brother, who wasn't that much, I think he was like 8 years old, he was also bound, and he was the one that they got the details from when it came to what actually happened with Paisley's final moments. And it was that he heard his mom's boyfriend punching his sister in the chest, and Jerome eventually admitted to that, that he hit her. At first he said popped her like 3 times in the chest, but it ended up that it was punches. And she stopped breathing, and he panicked. He said he tried to run water over her to revive her. He tried to feed her to revive her. And the mother then was told that Paisley was non-responsive. And at the time, she was getting her nails done. And she waited until her nails were done to leave and come home to her unresponsive 3-year-old child and other children. And obviously it was too late. There was nothing that could be done. But she is also charged, by the way, because it was shown she knew about the abuse. I mean, I don't know how there's any way she couldn't have. But that and the fact of the delayed 911 call, you know, it's awful. So I fully understand why they want to give him the death penalty. Somebody like this is not going to get any better. I don't know how you can be so cruel to anyone, let alone small children. And then as their mother, I don't understand how you can watch what's being done to them and be okay with it. Like, it seems like she just wanted things to be easier for herself as well. And so instead of paying a babysitter to watch her children, she wanted her boyfriend to. And it seemed like she knew what he was doing, but it was easier for her to look the other way so that she didn't have to spend any money on, childcare. So it just drives me nuts with all these stories of boyfriends of these women. And sometimes it's the opposite. It's girlfriends of the dads. Maybe I am, a cynic, but I don't trust anybody. Like, I would not trust anyone with my child that I, wasn't with for a very long time. And, I knew them. And I see so many of these stories where it's like they dated for 2 months and now, he is taking over childcare full time. Like, it is senseless to me, and it can be avoided if people just make reasonable decisions about who they are with and who takes care of their children. Just because you're dating this person does not mean that they are going to make a great parent for your children or a great caretaker for your children. It's not free childcare automatically. It is someone you choose to date because you like them. It doesn't immediately qualify them to be okay to care for your children. All right, so I am off my soapbox now about it, but it just, it drives me crazy. But anyway, I hope you guys have a good rest of your night. Bye.